Support Pro Play Games on Patreon.
It's amazing.
Hey guys,
Yeah,
we
what
are
it
back
do, baby?
with the final round for today. We got
Yes.
through these 8 rounds in about, we blew through them, about 5, 6 hours only.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And we were just talking about how amazing it is to what is it? It's 3:27 and it's the last round. Everybody's energized. Everybody's ready. And I see some oohs in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. We're ready. We're waiting for them to get ready. So
Yeah, well, they're
we
setting
have
up right now.
one of the greatest, one of the best players in the game besides him. It's gonna be Justin Rios playing King Piccolo, and then we also have. I'm biased. I'm sorry. Vegeta Saint Army Boy, Barber, Joshua playing the U7 Goku.
He's
So the
been running
U7
the
Goku.
tables today. He's been doing great.
Oh
I
yeah,
think this is a winning in for both of them. They might still make it on breakers, but I believe both players are X1.
yeah.
So this is definitely a big game for both.
No, he's undefeated. Barber's the only undefeated. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Barber's undefeated,
yeah.
so he got the
You
pair down.
usually, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Usually, this is like you're playing for a die roll for
Yeah.
tomorrow, I
So
guess. And we're just talking about
Is locked. So
Mhm.
he's in top cut tomorrow if he's undefeated, regardless of win or lose
Mhm.
here. And it is a winning in for Justin.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be an exciting game. And we're gonna see
It's not
King Piccolo versus U7 Goku.
right. It's not
So
play until undefeated is what you're talking about. Yeah, it's
yes,
literally we're still playing through. This is the last round, so it's gonna be Barber
yeah.
against. He's getting put down like
Which I
exactly
think
what
is,
we
I
said.
mean, obviously if we're ending already at 4, I mean, there's no reason to cut the
Right.
game short.
Right.
We're all gonna have plenty of time to
Yeah.
enjoy Miami at night.
Oh yeah. Oh
For
yeah.
all the people coming in
For sure.
to
We're going to Cracker Barrel, baby.
it-
Let's go. We gotta experience the
South
culture.
Beach, you know.
Yeah. Bubba
So,
gums.
oh yeah,
Whatever. Plenty
so
of
that's
things to
gonna be
do.
cool for everyone visiting to just go and enjoy the city.
So I want to hear right now. Get on the chat. I want to see predictions. Rios or Josh. I want to see
Yeah,
King
let's get
Piccolo
some
or
predictions going.
U7. I have to root for U7. I'm biased. I can't. I can't. It's my teammate, my
I'm so
general.
torn because U7 is my favorite deck, but Justin is one of my favorite players.
Rios is an insane player.
Same
I've
for
been
me.
watching. It's been years now.
I'm a big fan.
Remember back in like Yu-Gi-Oh, like he was
Yes.
like a kid playing Yu-Gi-Oh,
Yes.
being amazing in the game, and he's got good sense of.
He started,
But
I
yeah,
think, with Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic. I've
he
been
did.
playing him for years in
Yeah,
Magic and now
really.
years in DBS.
Yeah.
You guys are ready? All right, cool. Let's get into it,
All right,
guys.
let's go into that matchup.
It's gonna be an exciting one.
Oh, I see KP. Leah say, boys,
So it
let's
looks
get it.
like Josh is going first. That's gonna be a big advantage for him. KP,
Ooh, JoJo got that. Yeah.
regardless of which one happens,
Yeah.
he's fine. So
Right.
it's gonna, and he had a great turn one. He's starting off with a one drop
Right.
here, really getting that course
Ooh,
selection
yeah.
going.
He's got the SR. The
And he's
SR
setting up
helping him a
that
lot. Yeah.
turn two aggression
Mm-hmm.
that we're gonna like to see. If he can get Justin
Sparking
down,
7, right?
yeah,
Wait.
freaking 7 for the double strike, 5 to be played.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's kind of a weird
Yeah.
combination. But he should always have the sparking 7.
One unison, so you got two
He got he got
U7s.
the Android, so he got a good mill there. He's
Yeah.
gonna get to play that for
He's gonna
free.
play it.
Pushing
Yeah.
another one. He's resolving the leader skill completely first.
Yeah, good.
But it looks like he's set up to have a very aggressive turn. If he has the Frieza as well as the Android 17 on that turn too,
Mm-hmm.
we could just see fireworks. That could just be, I wouldn't say lights out, but it might
And a
be too much.
draw. Yeah,
It might be
call
too
for
much for Justin to
back
handle on
off.
one
Yeah.
intervention. So he milled the super combo there to play the Android 17. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. We live by the sword, die by the sword. If we're
Exactly.
milling
Yeah.
to get advantage, then we're milling our super combo sometimes, boys.
Yeah.
So he starts on the death ball. I think it would be way too aggressive for him to drop a piano here. I think he has to leave this energy
Yeah.
back, be able to defend that double strike swing, and just kind of take his time. I think if he decides to tap this energy and we see both of the one drops,
Oh, there it is.
it's
Yeah.
a rough play.
You know who carries here too? Piccolo Unison. There's so many weenies in both of these decks. However, I'm not gonna lie, U7 has a lot of 19Ks. U7 actually
I
goes
think the
around Piccolo a little
masters
bit.
of this
Yeah.
matchup is really going to be the 3 drop unison.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I think that's where King Piccolo can get out muscled.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, especially if it's
But
Jiren.
you're seeing
No, I know Barber plays a 2-drop though. I know. Yeah.
Ooh.
He's a 2-drop boy.
See, I don't like this. I think
Yeah.
this is the turn where you were supposed to push damage
Mm-hmm.
against King Piccolo
Mm-hmm.
because you can get leader swing for 10. You can get your 15k double strike, which will
Yeah.
probably combo 5k into for
Yeah.
free. And then you're also going to be able to get that the free kill on the piano if you
Yeah.
have the Frieza because he
Right.
can't afford to flip the license
Right.
face down. and that's another 19k dual attack. So had he gone with that line, I think he would have been miles ahead. With this line, he's taking the approach that he wants to play the late game. He wants to keep his life total high. He's going to direct all of Justin's attacks
And this is
into that unison,
yeah.
which is fine. We could see an awaken here, just to be able to get that double strike pressure in. But I would have liked to have seen him take out that piano, just to deny Justin some resources. So there's different approaches, even at these early turns of what they can do.
Yeah.
Mhm. Who do you like in this matchup? We
I
asked
like
the
them
chat.
both, but
The
chat,
just let's say
see it.
players aside,
U7, KP.
Oh, U7, KP, KP. So we're divided here.
KP best deck, but I got to root for U7.
Okay,
Yo, this is actually pretty
divided.
divided. Yeah, right down the middle. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay,
A
okay,
couple of O's in the chat. I like that. Yeah, no, that's awesome.
okay, okay, okay.
U7 with this is hard Vegeta. Yeah, I wonder if Rio. I don't want to say too loud. I wonder if Rio's just playing Vegeta SCR, or I wonder what
I
SCR
don't
he's
know what
playing.
SCR he's
Yeah,
playing.
yeah.
I think
Because King Piccolo,
I
you
think since
know,
his hardest matchup is Gogeta Xeno, I would
all Pan.
lean towards Pan.
Yeah, yeah,
But if he's like, well, if I'm gonna be playing mirrors and you summon Goku all day, maybe I want a more mid-range unison
I got you. Yeah, yeah.
instead of the one to combat the aggro deck. So we do see the double striker coming out. I wonder if he's gonna combo into it.
You know,
I wonder if Justin plays something like Whis Super Combo. It's really good in these types of situations.
the Wii Super Combo.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
It's a multicolor. It gives minus 10k.
Oh, you think he'd play that? You know, I'll tell you
I
what.
like the idea of having like one,
Yeah.
simply because of early game situations. It can come in clutch, and I also think it's a great out to BMS.
Is it it's not a U7 card though, right?
No, no, I'm
Because
talking
it's
about
older.
Justin.
It came
Yeah,
out in the gods.
yeah,
No, oh, Justin. Oh,
Justin.
okay,
Yeah, I
okay,
wouldn't
okay,
play it in
okay.
the U7 Goku.
Yeah,
U7
no,
Goku
okay.
definitely wants to play the Sparking
Of
Super
course, of
Combo.
course. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I guess you
Oh,
could play
just
the
okay.
Whis, but I think it's better to be able
Yeah.
to play the other
Yeah,
one.
but that's the thing, because he wants to. I think that I would play the Piccolos just because, like, anytime I play a deck that can search a super combo, I
Well,
have
you
to run
also
super
play
combo. But
Piccolo
you
at
know
like
what I mean?
3.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
would just play like the one of.
Yeah.
It's just a nice out to some
Hmm.
hate cards against your deck, and
Of course.
gives you that 20k
Free.
combo.
For
You know,
free. Yeah.
it's a 20k combo on a battle card, so that's also kind of nice. I think Justin took the
Right.
damage there, which I don't know if he got combo if he super comboed into the double strike or if Justin just decided he didn't want to combo it. He's gonna get to replenish his hand here, heal from the awaken, and set up his unison, and then hopefully take out the opposing unison.
Yeah. He needs to establish himself and take out his source of resource, which again, yeah, there it is. It's the unison. Also, he wants to put him at least at one marker, just so he doesn't
I
have
wonder if we're
Yamcha.
gonna see the after images to defend battle cards here, or
Yeah.
if not, because Justin didn't go
Yeah.
with his
Oh,
Piccolo
Pan.
first. So since he didn't play Piccolo, this after image is pretty much the best time to use it,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because if not, he could pop the Android
Yeah.
17 and it would have been pointless. He decides to keep it alive, which is fine, but he
Mhm.
won't get the draw now because its skills are negated when it comes back.
Right.
So I think if Justin had the unison, it would have been a better play. Maybe he's trying to topo. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We'll see what his game plan here is for this turn. Obviously, we don't know the player's hand, so
Man,
we're just
being
kind of
awakened at
speculating.
being awakened at such high life just has to feel good.
It's insane.
Yeah.
He's at 7 lives with the
Yeah.
opponent is at
Like
3. So big disparity. And 3
right.
is really 2 because your
Yeah.
unison burns a life.
Right.
So
But
Justin has to defend these lives with
yeah, with everything you can.
everything imaginable. Just as simple as like a double strike dump, and then the next turn, if
Oh
you
yeah,
can't
it's a
kill me,
pickle. Yeah.
yeah,
Sit back on a good defensive hand. That's
yeah, just
yeah.
an after image
And
here.
guess what? I'm at 7 life for what
Exactly.
like, yeah.
Good luck chewing through all this.
Yeah. Text a good point. KP can live at 2-3 life for a while. Yeah, that's mostly because, like I was saying before, like your hand is also in your life. You have a lot of good tools, a lot of cheap tools. Your leader is usually being comboed up to a lot. That's a good point. Yeah.
So, like we said, he either found the unison here off of his life, or he just decided not to start with it, which I think is just a slight error.
Yeah, because you want to have it for
For the counterplay.
for the counterplay effects. Yeah,
I mean,
but obviously I know he
other-
didn't. He
yeah,
drew probably drew
yeah,
yeah.
probably drew into it from the life.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, if I have a final, what's it called? After image, I'm using it. Actually, it wouldn't do anything.
Here,
Oh,
no.
never mind. Yeah,
Because
yeah,
if
it's a
you
unison
do it to
swing, yeah.
protect the 15k, there's no point.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Right.
But this means that the unison almost certainly is going to live. I mean, he can.
How many markers left in it?
The thing is,
Okay,
here now
okay.
he's open to Yamcha counterplay, and this
Yeah.
will kill, like legitimately kill the piano. Let's see if he has Yamcha.
Oh, someone. Okay.
Oh, no Yamcha. That's huge for Justin.
Yeah.
Okay, so he does take out the
Oh,
piano
okay.
with the after image, and he's making sure that his unison lives, unless Justin has the new ruler here.
How do you feel about New Ruler being at 1?
I'm not sure what they're discussing here. Okay, I guess
Yeah.
he's attacking again, I guess. I'm confused. I'm not sure what happened
Oh, was
there.
a battle still going through? What's going on?
The battle still goes through, but he gives it plus 40k. So, I mean, unless Justin wants to combo some obscene amounts, then Justin does have a very fat head size because he took all that damage early, and
Yeah.
he's not using new ruler. If he does have it, he just wants to
Okay.
sit back. What's the best he can do? I mean, testing the opposition is almost turned off.
Yeah, it is.
You
Yeah.
just don't want to take
Because you're
life.
gonna be swinging at the unison the
I
whole
do
time.
imagine he's citing Wolfang Fist for the matchup, just because
Yes.
of how good it is against all of these
Mhm.
smaller attackers. But that turns off a huge part of his defensive game plan, which is that
Yeah.
blocker negate, so that he can forcibly activate his leader and summon more things on his opponent's turn. Because going down to 2 just feels really risky.
I think we're gonna see a lot of like protect the queen on the unisons here
Oh, for sure.
because swinging at the unison is not gonna give the Piccolo player a defensive step.
Well, Justin's playing catch
As
up,
nice
right?
as that
Justin
is.
has to go
Yeah.
for clear board.
Yeah.
His opponent has far too much life for him to get too
Right.
aggressive. He needs about 2 turns of catch up, right? So that was his turn 1.
Right.
Turn 3 is another catch up turn, and just responding to the opponent. And then turn 4, maybe he can mount an
Hmm.
aggression that is substantial. Whereas what's it? It's Josh, right? Josh.
Yeah.
Josh is trying to just keep his, foot to the throat
Right.
type of game plan, not letting him breathe, trying to get as many resources out of Justin as he
And then
feasibly
next
can.
turn it's turn 4, and that's where Josh can really drop some heavy bombs, or even if he doesn't,
So
has a
he
lot of
used
energy to
was it
do.
for a Koitsukai? I think it was. Yes, he used a Koitsukai. He
He
put
is
it
under.
under the lily.
He's
He
under
put a
quotes.
Koitsukai under the leader. So this is
Just
gonna
for
be
the
a
Yamcha.
difficult turn.
The smart.
Yeah, his opponent can't Yamcha profitably. He
Yeah.
can't use the Piccolo free negate profitably. He has plenty of cards to work with. Um,
That was smart. That was
but that's
smart.
going to be difficult. And if he does decide to use any extra card counters, his Piccolo Unison is going to be able to take out things like the Tambourine
Yeah.
or any of the battle cards like Yamcha that come out.
Yeah, and that's one of the advantages that I was talking about compared to the Jiren or the other 3 drops, Cinchena Unison. Even though I think those are more powerful down the line, especially in this matchup.
So here, let's see if he decides to. He's using his leader effective combo, but he doesn't want to play the symbol because he doesn't want to play into
Hmm.
any destruction effects.
Okay. The
Okay.
negging effect goes off for the Frieza. Let's see if he has a counterplay for it.
Well, why did it die though? It's only -10, I believe, or is it -15? I forget. It's actually, I think, -15 on
I'm pretty sure it was. That's what I
the
thought it was.
freezer.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You swing in one the first attack going at the leader,
let me just
and this
see.
is gonna be 19. Well, 15 offensively, 20 defensively, really.
Let me see. Let me just double check here. Don't want them to have an incorrect game state.
So with a 1 energy up, Barber.
Yeah. No, it is -15, so it does just straight up. This card is insane.
I know it's for 1 energy.
It's
Remember
insane. I thought it
when
was
that?
-10,
Yeah.
so
Remember when
-15.
that 1 energy was for like Revenge Deathbone Baby? And we were like, that's so good.
Yeah, no.
Now
Now
it's
look
just
at
like
this
that's
guy.
just a battle card's like third best effect.
Right?
It's a 1 energy and it's a
So
zero five
I
K.
think if I think Josh is understanding the situation. He understands that KP really can only get back into this game if he decides to defend this unison. Because then
Yeah.
he's going to be forced to replay it. But he's still going after the leader. It's very interesting. I feel like he should finish off. He wants to attack the hand size a little bit more, and
Yeah.
I think that's going to be
I don't like that he
potential downfall.
I don't like that he's giving him a defense step for him to be able to combo those cards either.
Well, he had already used the leader effect, so
Oh,
his
did he
last 2
actually? Okay.
attacks were just 2 cards from
Actually,
life.
okay.
However, I think taking out the unison, it's such a crutch
Yeah.
for King Piccolo. If
Hmm.
you take out the unison, they're literally forced to replay it. It takes
Yeah.
up their entire turn, and then that leaves them with less defensive
That's your hand
options.
power right there. Yeah,
That's
that's
their
how you
hand
draw.
power.
Yeah.
He doesn't draw.
Besides piano, yeah.
Exactly, exactly. I wonder what he's going to use this last energy on. He could just use it on a U7 Goku counterplay, which is a
Hmm.
19k,
Oh yeah, that card is so
which
snapped.
is
And
really
again,
nice.
if you count up the windows right, you can do that. And I was talking about earlier the Videl play. It's really good.
He can't use Videl because he has a 2 cost unison. It's only with 3 cost
Oh
unisons.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's a
I'm glad
very
I've been
strong
playing that more.
card, but she does require the 3 cost unison, which is why I'm preferable to the
Right.
3 cost unisons because I think she's just that good of a counterplay, especially in the mirror where everything has deflects and she's in
Right.
auto.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice. All right, so we're seeing him just charge these Piccolo negates. So he's either flooded with them. He doesn't want
Yeah.
10Ks in hand because you
That
know
card
at
is so
any
good.
point
Yeah.
he might have to out combo for game. Um, Still can't go after the leader realistically. He can't let his opponent on top with anything, if he at all possible. So he's trying to devise here. How do I deal with this 19k body and just I think 3 to 4 marker unison right now.
Oh, the
I think
unison. Yeah,
three.
yeah, the unison's insane. Yeah.
I think three.
Which is just gonna keep drawing them
And my
cards.
opponent is representing the Goku counterplay, right?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a little bit tricky to
Hmm.
navigate. But let's see how he goes about this. Justin has played this matchup several times throughout the days. I think at this point he's very well versed
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in how this works. But there could always be some surprises.
Hmm. You have the Goku counterplay. You also look out for the Yamcha counterplay as well. Obviously, he plays that. Man, yeah, that life from Goku's not going down anytime soon. He's gonna be staying
No,
at
like I
six
said,
for a while.
there's two
Yeah,
turns of catch up here that
yeah.
must be done.
But that's the thing. If you give Goku that much time, he has huge bombs that can come down on the board, especially the Goku. I wonder. This is one of those games where I can see the Goku coming down. Yep, there goes Vegeta. That's
What is he? Oh,
yep, the Vegeta
he's
Zersky.
counterplaying the drum. What a technology here from Josh Barber.
Mm,
Making use of that card. It is a widely played card in the U7 list and red in general.
mm-hmm.
Because it does really well into riposte, but he's seeing the line against King Piccolo
Yeah.
and getting rid of the crucial drum
Yeah,
because that would have been
that was
huge
great. That was
defensively
great.
for
Hmm.
Justin. Now he's gonna have to play energy. He just doesn't have much to
Yeah,
really aggress with.
for
King
one.
Piccolo's so reliant on bringing out those battle cards from the combo step that if
Yeah,
he, gets them countered, then we're falling behind.
yeah, and it goes straight to the drop area, so no on play effects for anything. It just tap on red. If
Oh
it's
my
15 or
god!
less, it goes.
And you see
Three,
already
two.
you already see how impactful that play was.
Yeah,
Justin already is going down to 2 life.
yeah. And let's see what happens here. Window two. Yep.
I think he wants to. Oh yeah, that's really brutal. So he's gonna
Yeah,
Yamcha
he's
into
in a window
Yamcha.
two of that. Yep.
Well, this is basically the board is gonna get nuked here because of how Piccolo's resolve.
Yeah. So the Piccolo. Oh right. Yeah, because he. Well, the Frieza's safe, but yes, the
No,
Piccolo
because the Frieza's also gonna get hit.
19K.
Minus 15, minus 15.
Oh, you're
That's
right. You're
gonna
right. You're
die.
right. Yeah, yeah,
Piccolo's
yeah,
auto's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
trigger there. He's gonna
Boom.
minus 15, and then Piccolo's auto's
Okay.
gonna kill the Yamcha.
Yep. But then the Yamcha's also there because of the other Piccolo.
Correct. Exactly. So this is just how this matchup
Wow.
works. It's just a complete nuke
That's
of the
so insane. That's
but this
crazy.
benefits
That's
Josh
great. Yeah. Yeah.
by a lot.
I mean, how many cards was that out of his hand?
Well, Justin's at 2 life.
Yeah.
That's why it's
Well, that
beneficial.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, and he does it. He's already exhausted a lot
Right.
of resources this turn. He's used his leader effect. He swung with both his leader and his unison, so he has to produce battle cards to keep any type of offensive going or
Yeah.
leave back his energy in hopes to defend. And I think that's what he's gonna do, or not. Well, this searches him a super combo, so that's
Yep.
pretty good for him.
Oh, is that the evolve?
Yeah,
Oh, cool. Okay.
he's using his energy on his turn to get the super combo. Maybe playing around Koitsukai a little bit
Yeah.
because well, that could be a thing. See what the chat's saying here.
Talking to the microphone. We will, buddy. Thank you. Thanks for the feedback
I'm
on
gonna
that.
try to
Yep.
move it closer to both of us, I guess.
Yazerski. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was I think a little bit
It
closer to.
it is die roll dependent. You're right. But this game, I mean, they're both playing it exceptionally, considering the matchup, considering the. Now, I feel like red is one of the only colors where like the mirror on the color isn't like toxic about it. But like the decks are different. There's a lot of fun.
I
And
wonder
that's
what Justin is gonna do if he gets hit with a unit. I mean, with the secret rare here though. Like,
Yes. He's
how
got
did
to have
how did how
sparking
did
20. I wonder how many cards are in this drop for
I
Josh.
don't know if he has the sparking 25, but even just
Yeah.
the singular attack is just
Yeah.
going down to 1 life. Then you still have to defend the leader, the unison,
Yeah.
potentially a new ruler
He obviously
coming
plays.
behind that,
Yeah.
and then you completely reset Justin's board.
What I think is actually better than the SR right now might be the SR Goku. I can see that being crazy just because to look at his hand and you still wipe whatever board or unisons are on.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
How many? Oh, I think he might be going for an overwhelm here.
Mm.
Hmm. Overwhelm would be an interesting option simply
Fighting against
because
fate maybe for
you might get some super combos out of Josh.
yeah.
Oh, he has a new ruler. Okay, so he's been
Ooh.
waiting for this moment to kind of start pressuring. Is he going to
Let me guess.
after image here?
Well, we know Justin plays Secret Identity, so and he has one energy up.
I think
So
you're
you
supposed to
really have to
let
be
him.
careful
I don't
with
think you're
it.
supposed to after image here. I think you're
No,
supposed to
no, no.
let this attack go through, see how much he wants to commit to it, and then
Sorry, I meant the blocker negate.
right.
Token negate. Yeah,
Oh,
but if
that
you
that
do
one
that,
that one
yeah.
would be interesting, but he has King
Mm,
Piccolo, so he
yeah.
pops the token. So it's kind of whatever.
Oh, dog. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think his best option here is probably just to see how much he combos.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he didn't combo
Yeah.
anything, so now you're pretty much safe. But I think so Justin traded 1 card in his hand for 2 of his opponents. Pretty good. Um I'm not sure if Josh had any super combos, but
I'm
seems
getting
like
here from DBS 9 Live. What's your opinion about Invoker with the new 17 promo?
absolutely busted.
Card isn't sick.
I don't know why they did that. I would have preferred a unison, honestly, at this point. When they said the invoker
Yeah.
unison, I think I
Yeah,
would
yeah,
have
yeah,
preferred
yeah,
an
yeah.
invoker unison rather than giving the leader invoker.
Right.
Like, you just don't interact with leaders. At least with a unison, you could deny them their cycling if
Right.
you swing into it, right? So they have to be very cautious of when they play it. But it being on the leader is just like
Yeah. I think that was meant for
it,
the
it
new.
honestly it honestly might be just like, oh, you use that, I have to pass my turn.
Right.
You just have to pass your turn.
Yeah.
I
I think that was meant for the new ruling of the end of turn that they had, and now that it's switched back, I can see that getting eroded.
Yeah, it's like a
Because I'm
one mana
pretty sure
baby
that's what it was
hatch
for.
almost.
Yeah.
Because if you let them Sleepy Boy dig into their combo
Yeah. City
pieces,
Boy's nuts. Yeah.
you just keep cycling their cards. It's just so brutal. So we're gonna figure out we're gonna test. We'll get back to you guys. We'll see how we beat that card. Because if not, Invoker
I'm
might just be
playing it, yeah.
tier infinite.
Zero, yeah.
We may just have to play some like insane graveyard hate
All right.
just to
So
get rid of it.
Barber checking out the drop here.
Yeah, they will
Yeah.
abuse
Stop
as
looking.
well. Hey, don't worry. I've been playing against them since the beginning of time, but it's gonna be a new puzzle to solve. When do we get to see the starter's design? I believe the card I designed should be coming out set 18
Yeah.
from what Bandai told me.
Well, you know
So
what? I'm just gonna tell
set
you guys what it
18.
is. It's called Frank Castle, Vegeta Saint Army, Realm of the Gods. Already told you guys. All right, so here we have swinging with the Piccolo first. He still got the 4 energy up. Oof.
All right, so what happened? Oh, he violent raised,
Oh,
playing
did
around the
he?
secret rare with
Yep.
violent raise.
Well, I mean, again, if he gets him down to 2, if he gets him down to 1, he plays as
So he's basically saying, "Can you out combo me?" Justin is
exactly.
saying, "Out combo me,"
Yeah,
because obviously you can just dump with leader, swing. I mean, well, you would play the secret rare first,
yeah,
get rid of the board state, right? Put him at 1 life. He has no available counter
yeah.
plays, and then swing with your leader for game,
Right.
and hope that that's enough. Maybe a new ruler if he has a new ruler, he could also do that.
Again, I'm glad you can't overrun with this Goku deck because it would be so snap. Like,
And I think Justin has like 2 super combos in hand, so it might not be easy to out combo him, even if his leader has -5.
Josh thinking about his plays here. They have plenty of time.
It depends. If Justin,
Okay.
okay,
What is that? The
that's
DSR?
the Vegito unison that doesn't let him play
Vegeta
cards
is a fool.
using skills.
Okay. That's kind of interesting. What can he play? He doesn't hardcast anything in his deck.
Well, that's not the issue. The issue is that he already has a board. But yes, he can hardcast a
Yeah.
tambourine, for example.
Right.
Like, for example, next turn he could just hardcast a tambourine, swing
Right.
with the guy, pump his tambourine.
Hmm.
I'm not sure if this is the line by Josh here. I think this is too defensive of a line.
Yeah.
I think he needed to figure out a way to put the pressure.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have preferred to just.
Stay low to the
I don't
ground.
know if he had the secret rare or if he
Yeah.
has
Right.
it
Right.
in
Right.
his
Right.
drop. But if he had
Forget-
secret rare, I would have just slammed secret rare, swung
Yeah.
with it.
Oh, he's super comboing offensively.
Well,
with
he needs
this
to get
one.
rid of this card,
Yeah.
and Justin will defend it 100%. Now he's not able to bring anything into play here, but he's going to use this 5k plus a super combo from him to keep that card alive,
Yeah.
and that's going to be big.
By the way, remember this Vegito does burn life too, doesn't it? I think like the -5.
Yeah, but that's not happening.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah, I would have preferred to see the go for a game line if it was available to him. I don't know. Maybe he didn't have much combo power in his hand. Again, we're just
he
speculating
could
here.
have a negates.
I do see
Yamcha
that Justin has
probably.
like two testing the opposition stuck in his hand. He
Right.
can't really use those. I think he just needs to go for game next turn. Dealing 3 damage, not necessarily the easiest. I think if he has a tambourine available to him,
How many
he
markers does Vegito have right now?
2.
Two.
Because he
Okay.
minus 2'd it.
Right. Oh, it's a -2. Oh, I'm sorry. That's
Yeah.
right. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
He still has Vegeta counterplay. I mean,
Okay.
Yamcha counterplay
Yeah.
available.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if that's going to be enough.
Hmm.
Maybe with a testing the opposition. We'll see. We'll see. This is now just a. This is a tricky situation. Oh wow, he drew it. He drew it off the top.
Drew what?
The tambourine.
Uh.
All right, it does not prevent you from playing battle cards. Only with skills.
Yeah. I mean, he could tap, but then he'd be playing into the Yamcha, so he has to swing first.
So I'm gonna
I
draw a
guess they
card here.
use.
No, he's just gonna hard play the tambourine, swing with the 20k, pump the tambourine.
He doesn't get counterplayed.
That he can't get Yamcha on that one. He could get Videlled.
It won't hit him
He could get
because
Videl.
it's a counter,
He
still
could.
not an auto.
I
but yeah.
wonder if Josh plays Yamcha and Videl. That'd be next level.
I'm
That'd
pretty
be
sure
next
I'm
level.
sure he does. We're like,
I don't think Justin is even allowed to play around that because he'd have to sink a 20k attack into the unison to play around
yeah.
that.
I trust Josh. Like he wouldn't have played that 4-drop unless he knew exactly what he was going into. That's true, Jesus. Just one saying, you never give Justin another turn. That's true.
Oh
That's
yeah,
a good point. Yeah.
Justin is a master of killing you when you think you don't,
Yeah.
you can't be killed.
Yeah. Right.
He's good at finding the
Yamcha's a thing.
lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good at finding the lines.
Yamcha, I got further destruction, Champa.
He just has to make sure not to put the tambourine in here. And he doesn't. He correctly doesn't. He's gonna keep the tambourine in hand because he wants to hard cast it.
Yeah, Josh is stalling. Yeah, I think he is missing something. Although, like,
Yeah,
you can
potential.
use a leader effect to grab. I wonder what he was missing that he couldn't have.
So here he can go up to 20k with the leader. The symbol obviously will not hit the board, but that's fine.
Comboing Koi?
Yeah.
Yep.
He needs 25k. I don't know what
Yeah,
dropship
one-
hand size looks like right now. Okay,
I can't tell.
he out comboed. But now he's got to deal with these 3 swings. 4, sorry.
Yeah. And Justin's gonna handle. Like he's definitely.
Actually, is Tambourine even live?
Why would he not be?
He has specific text that may not actually be in effect right now. Like, I mean, obviously he can play him as an attacker, but doesn't
Yeah.
risk stand.
Okay, tapping one. Oh, he's tapping one.
Okay.
Okay, so never mind. Wow. That's awesome. Let's go. We're going out.
No, he actually doesn't. He does not have it, the text. He needs or more face-up cards in his life,
Oh, ladies
or
and gentlemen, I don't read cards. I am so sorry.
or a red unison with cards in play under it.
Yeah.
So he actually does not have Tambourine as a dual attacker. He has Tambourine
Right.
as a single attacker,
Right.
which means he needs all three of these attacks to connect. That is a difficult position, or to have a Champa, of course.
Man.
This became a lot trickier.
Yeah.
Now, time of the round.
Obviously,
Please begin your internet procedure. You have 5 minutes.
stream players obviously still have time.
If that was the case, maybe it was the other way around. Maybe we're supposed to put the symbol into play instead of the tambourine. Right? Because
Yeah, he would have to.
then he gets an extra draw.
Yeah.
Because it's not getting dual attack anyways. Yeah, tambourine is turned off right now. That is big. I don't play much King Piccolo, but I do remember that it had an effect.
All right. Good.
Yeah. But I think Symbol's a little bit better because you at least get to draw a card, right? So he does that same play. He puts Tambourine in the drop, hard plays the Symbol, and then draws with the Symbol, putting it under the Unison.
Yeah.
Which is better than just playing a 15k blank
Yeah.
card. At least it would have an effect. All right, so he's
Combo.
super comboing here.
Yeah, again, pushing.
Pushing.
Josh has to stop this one. He has to out combo, or else he's gonna get Champa. He absolutely has to out combo this. He's gonna combo the one drop. Yep. How much life is Justin at right now?
I don't think he's necessarily, because you could have a testing the opposition or a what's the other card?
Justin?
No, testing the opposition or after image.
Yeah. You have to be careful though, obviously.
He's taking it.
Ooh, okay. Well, hey, if he has more cards, ooh, but Justin has 3 energy up and he runs freezes that. Hold on.
Yeah, he runs Freeze's Death Ball.
Yeah.
He charged one, I believe.
I know he charged 1, yes. Just want to see if he has one in hand.
He has a lot of cards he
Oh,
can
that's a
combo
drop.
with.
Yeah, let me see.
He has like 2 Unisons, testing the opposition,
Rip,
2
geez.
testing the oppositions.
That's
Yeah,
rough.
he has a bad hand right now. I think he's thinking this Tambourine might be a dual attacker when it is, in fact, not a dual attacker. Because I don't believe his Unison ever got a card under it. Unless he tucks.
Yeah.
If he
He drew a unison. Somebody just said, hey, buddy.
If he tucks a Unison under his Unison, does it work?
Yeah, that's what somebody just said. There, he drew a unison he can tuck.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Big plays, guys.
Hey, buddy. Was good.
Let's see if he. Oh. But that doesn't.
Yeah, window 2.
That's just.
No, that's great.
Well,
He's
yeah,
getting
he
them
made.
both, isn't he? The window 2 Yamcha, yeah.
No, but now this is not an attacker.
Oh.
Okay. I'm very confused why he would do that in that order. Oh, I think
Well,
Justin's
Yamcha
got
has
it here.
to be. Wait, no, yeah, because
I
Yamcha
think.
has to be window 2.
Well, he gave minus 15 to the Unison. I mean, to the.
Right.
Yeah, he tucks here.
Ooh, okay.
I think he was dead regardless, but I think that wasn't the
Man.
correct way of doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Tight plays.
Yeah, that was very
Plays.
intense, yeah. Man. That was grindy. That was grinding for a minute.
Interesting. I'm not sure if
Let's see here. Let's get the winner up here.
The winner up here, Justin. Let's see what they're talking about, but we'll try to get Justin on Twitch to the face man.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. We're gonna get Justin up here, guys. Yeah, that was a great game. That was a great game. You literally have two red decks, probably the two best decks in the game, playing against each other. A lot of respect for Gian, a lot of respect for Gohan, a lot of respect for other decks, but this one's taking it today. We've got King Piccolo. They're literally going over the play, yeah. That's Chesco, by the way, next to Josh. What's up, buddy? What'd you say? Yo, come here. Get over here. Let me get this. Let me get the OG on the camera. King Cold, man. How long, bro? When are you going to turn over to Champa? When are you going to turn over to the OG?
I would play Beerus, unfortunately.
You play Beerus? Okay.
I'm gonna play. I have Beerus for locals built, not built, but I have to get.
Yeah.
Listen,
I got you.
I'll play a fun deck. Like, I'm not coming off King Cole, bro.
I got you.
Sniped 8 cards out of my Soul Striker opponent's hand.
I'm telling you, bro.
King Vegeta Unison.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a Cells Kamehameha every turn. Every turn.
5-drop.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
whatever. Sniped his only Unison out of his hand.
Yeah, I know
Another
that.
turn.
I'm glad that finally there's a home for the King Vegeta Unison, because that Unison's insane.
I don't need a sideboard. I want to find a deck that like revolves around it, like with
Yeah.
Rangers, so I can use it for
Yeah.
2. But
Play the, what are you talking about? Play the Green Vegeta deck.
which one?
The Green Vegeta deck, the hand destruction Green Vegeta deck.
Majin Vegeta?
Wait, are you kidding me? I was joking at first, but there's a Green Vegeta deck that does hand control. Wait, oh, shut the fuck up.
I'm blanking, bro.
I don't like you.
Do not want to come on this.
He doesn't want to come on stream. It's okay.
Alright.
But-
Disregard.
I know what you're talking about.
No, but like, do you actually
King
not
Cole's the
know?
only green leader that exists.
I hate you. I don't like you right now. I love you.
What's
The Green Vegeta leader, he sucks. Like, I get it, but like,
Majin Vegeta.
That's all
not
green leaders.
Majin. There's a Green Saiyan Vegeta leader. That's hand control. It just came out like 2 sets ago.
Oh no, that's the leader stretch.
That guy's.
Oh my
I
goodness.
know. I was joking. I can't believe you didn't even remember the leader. I'm so.
Come on, man.
That's my guy, but
We don't even mention that guy.
that was a good matchup though.
That was a great game. Came down to the wire. We saw a lot of cool cards from each of them and a
Yeah.
lot of tight lines. Justin coming back from a really aggressive start.
I think it came down to the turn 4 Unison. I think you're right. He shouldn't have gone with that. Like, you can go wide on that turn.
Well,
and you can really...
I think there was a multitude of things. I think
Yeah.
step 1, he should have not gone for the King Piccolo Unison turn 2. I think he
You
was in
think,
a
yeah.
much better spot if he just played both of his aggressors,
Yeah.
his Frieza and
Yeah.
his double striker, just to get maximum pressure on that
Head
turn.
up for turn 3,
And
right.
then set up for turn 3, and if he wants to play the Unison on that turn, that's fine.
And that's
Um,
when it's great because you can play the Jiren Awaken on top of the energy. I know you have so much great defensive plays.
Yeah,
especially
Jiren is just
against,
so
yeah,
great.
especially against a deck like, because remember,
Even
Jiren.
Sin Shenron Unison is really good against
Oh,
Kate.
yeah, Sin Shenron.
They play all their guys, you destroy them.
And on the kill turn, you get a minus, like, you get the minus that looks at your hand.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't, and if you do
You
it
have
on top
full
of the
information.
SR,
Yeah.
and then you do that against the SR, now you have like 3 looks at their hand with the SR. I love that SR.
Yeah,
I
I
haven't
think-
seen it
I
being
think
played today. But
definitely we could have seen some different lines. I think
yeah.
I think it should be played draw favored a little bit. Universe 7 is one of those decks that feels really, really oppressive going first. So, but shout out to both competitors, and we'll see them both, I believe, in
Tomorrow,
Top Cut because Josh was undefeated going into that round, so he'll still be X1, and Justin, I believe, is also X1.
Absolutely.
So we'll see them both competing for the first place tomorrow.
Yeah.
This now concludes Twitch for this event. Please check the app for your standing.